After your spouse's accident, you became the driver or the cook or the nurse or the bookkeeper. You started doing all these things that you didn't have to do before your spouse was seriously injured. And there is a name for that type of loss. It is called the loss of consortium. Today I'm going to explain what that is and what it means for you. So the big picture here is that there are actually two different kinds of claims under the law. I'm talking about Tennessee and Kentucky law because that's where I'm licensed, but this concept applies basically everywhere. And that is, the injured spouse has their own set of claims, but the married spouse who isn't injured directly has what's called a derivative claim for loss of consortium. Now, what does consortium mean? It basically means the company and companionship, the love and affection, and the aid that that spouse used to provide you. In other words, the basic foundation of a loving marital relationship. And what often happens after a catastrophic injury is that the marital relationship is changed forever. And it can be reduced to a situation where one spouse is now the caregiver, doing things as basic as providing toileting services to an injured spouse who can't do that for themselves anymore. So to take a concrete example, let's say that before the accident, your husband or wife was able to do various different things around the house, whether that was take care of the kids or mow the lawn or drive and pick up groceries, things that they just can't do anymore. And maybe now, after the injury, you have to hire people to do that. You have to hire people to mow the lawn. You have to hire people to clean the house. You have to hire people to do the groceries, or you have to take time off work to do those things. So those economic injuries, those are part of the claim of the injured spouse, because those are economic damages that deprive them of things that they were able to do for themselves that they now have to pay for. But on the flip side of that, on the consortium side, the non-injured spouse's claim, you have a claim for the fact that you have a husband or wife who can no longer do the things that they used to be able to do. That was part of your marital relationship, that they, provided that, and now you've lost the benefit of that as well. And so that is a different category of loss of consortium. And a jury can allocate that claim separately. And some people, some lawyers that I talk to even advise that you almost should try that case differently. You could, in theory, have a separate trial just on the non-injured spouse's loss of consortium claims, trying to make this argument about how their injury, the accident or injury that your spouse sustained, has fundamentally changed your life. And there's a value under the law on that. And so speaking of that, if we explore the idea that there would be possibly a separate trial for your claim as the non-injured spouse, the consortium claim, one of the best ways to prove that is by something called a caregiver diary. And I know this is painful to go through, but if you could do it, it would really help your case and help your lawyer prepare your case. And what I'm talking about is a caregiver diary where you write down everything that your loved one used to do before the accident, whether that's bathing themselves, whether that's mowing the lawn, whether that's doing the groceries, whether that's any sort of household services they provide that they're now not providing. You document that. Save all of your receipts and estimates for replacing all those services that your spouse used to provide. And if you are the one replacing those services, if you were the one bathing your spouse, if you were the one now mowing the lawn, doing all these things you didn't used to have to do, document that. And as painful as it is, you might also want to document how this has changed your marital relationship, because it has. If you're watching this video and you're one of the people that this applies to, I know from my own experience handling cases like yours that it has. It's changed your life forever, and it's changed your marital relationship. So be honest about the ways that that has happened. I mean, it's not going to be fun to write down, but it's very powerful information and evidence in your case. Maybe you used to go hiking together, and that was a big part of your relationship, that you could go outside and go on long walks or hikes, and now your spouse just can't do that anymore. That is a loss to your marital relationship. Two people who wanted to spend their lives together and go do things together, go outside, take a walk, go travel the world, whatever it is that you now cannot do because of someone else's negligence. There's a value on that under the law, and it's one of the things we focus on in the cases that we handle. Now, I want to address one quick difficulty in proving these kinds of cases, which is that some potential jurors on your case at trial may think that you took a vow as part of your marriage in sickness and in health, And you shouldn't really be compensated, you know, because your injured spouse got injured. You know, that's just part of the deal. And we need, as lawyers, to fight that kind of logic, probably keep that potential juror who thinks that way off your case. But our job as lawyers is to reframe that injury as, no, this is something that a wrongdoer caused by violating some sort of safety rule, whether it was the standard of care in medical malpractice or a rule of the road, a commercial truck driver, whatever it was, someone violated a rule that was designed to keep people safe. And that caused all this harm. And they have to pay for the harm that they caused. And that's the concept that we would try to reinforce. But it can be difficult because there are people out there who take this view that, well, you know, you signed up for anything that might happen in your marriage and, you know, I'm not going to feel bad for you. So our job, again, as I say, is to reframe that as the responsibility of the wrongdoer for paying for the harm that they caused. So if you would like to talk to us about your case, I will put a link in the description below to contact us. It's totally free. Thanks so much for watching.